What's up, everybody? Wow. Did y'all like the new intro? What's up? I don't even know if I should do the happy pod day if you get it in the first time, but guess what? What's up, everybody? What is up? Happy pod day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time frame, whatever time zone you check this out. Welcome to the See.Plan.Do show with me, professional mindset coach, business coach, serial entrepreneur, motivational speaker, etc., 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 etc. Whatever it says on my Indeed, whatever it says on my LinkedIn. That's it. That's it. That's who I am. All right. To the See.Plan.Do show with me, Garry O'Neill Jr. And as always, when you see me out and about at the farmer's market, please don't forget the junior. Shout out to Pops and welcome to another Power Pack Podcast Season 4, Episode 13, entitled How to Stay Motivated. And in this episode, we're going to talk about how to keep that flame lit, how to keep that flame burning in the event that, hey, man, you feel a little worn down, you feel a little tired, man. You feel, hey, man, dang, man, I've been doing this. I need a little motivation, right? And we're going to go over that today as far as, how to keep that fire re-energized, how to keep you re-energized, keep that fire burning, and we go from there. All right. As well as our appetizer today, one of the fun ones, which I really love, top five. And today we're going to be highlighting top 5 movies or sequels or, top 5 movies or things that as far as I think a movie may need a sequel to. And we're going to talk about that today. So can we get to our shout outs, our welcome, our shout out? So, hey, man, shout out to my day one A1 listeners. As always, thank you so much. Whether you're listening from your car, you're watching this on YouTube, wherever you are, my day one A1 listeners who have been with me since candy corn. When I used to talk about candy corn all the time, when I was on internet radio, shout out to you. Welcome. My new listeners. Hey, I got a crap full of new people that have started subscribing to the YouTube, and they started subscribing to the channel as well as they started subscribing to the podcast. So welcome. Thank you. Take a seat, take a load off. Put your feet up. Okay. All right. Take a load off. I got you. All right. People that are in the US listening to this, as well as my international peeps. Welcome, man. Welcome. It's so wonderful to have everyone here again on the See.Plan.Do show, season 4, episode 13. Episode 13, how to stay motivated. All right. And I love coming up with ideas for the shows. And this is one of those ones where, hey, man, it affects me, and it's gonna, I'm gonna make sure I let you guys know, and we go from there. All right. As well as people who are listening, wherever you're listening to, in your car, at work, you're cleaning up. All right. As well as people who are catching all this in here at the studio in 1080p or 720. It's okay. No, it's either one. It's fine for me. All right. 1080, 720, wherever you're listening to, wherever you're watching, man. Hey, as always, I'm going to say thank you. You could have been literally anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I cannot tell you. I can only show you and tell you all the time, but I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. So many things out here, so many things to do, so many things to listen to and watch and see and engage and drink in. But you are taking time to check out my show on the internet. Thank you so much. And guess what? As always, and thank you guys for your feedback on, how we're revamping your show. Hey, let me know how you felt about the new intro. All right. Shout out to my cousin, B did it. Brandon did that intro. He does all of my promotional stuff. So please check him out. And so, shout out to you guys for telling me how you felt about the new format of the show. There's not going to be an hour. We are in and out. We're more TikTok-y focused as far as like, hey, man, I'm going to give you that hard-hitting information, hard-hitting inspiration, funny stuff. We're in and we're out because you got stuff to do. And I acknowledge that and I appreciate that. So if I can hold you to 30 minutes, we out. All right. So let's get right to our See.Plan.Do moment of the week. And as always, that's sponsored by Heart Savers Maryland. And so, right after this commercial break, a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful word from our sponsor, we're going to get right into it. All right. That was your See.Plan.Do moment of the week. And so, guess what? This one is entitled Saboteur. All right. And so I want to read you a couple of things, and don't let this be you. And if this is you, what I'm offering is that, hey, I want you to be able to reach out to me. Let me help you, because we've all been there and done that. Self-sabotage is not only doing negative things for us or doing negative things against us that hurt us, but it also looks like not asking for help. It also looks like rejecting praise or compliments. It also looks like isolating yourself when you're hurt, saying yes to every single thing, putting your needs on hold, as well as procrastinating on important events and trying to be perfect. Hey guys, perfection is a myth. There is nothing that's perfect. We can be excellent, but we can't be perfect. So please, please, please avoid self sabotaging yourself. Take care of yourself and love yourself. All right. That was your See.Plan.Do moment of the week entitled Saboteur. And we're not going to sabotage ourselves, especially people who watch this show or listen to this show. We're done with that. Okay. We're done with being saboteurs in our life. And guess what? Your favorite life coach can definitely admit that some of those things on that list, I definitely experienced, and I definitely was a person who did that. But not anymore. No, the hell I'm not. I don't self-sabotage myself. I'm not going to do that. All right. And I know you aren't either. And if some of those things were on your list that you actually do, then sit today, as of right now, under the sound of my voice. If you're watching me or listening to me, you're done with that. And so take the necessary steps to get where you need to go. All right. Okay. So let's keep it moving. All right, let's go right into your Greenlight Entertainment song of the week, man. You already know the vibes. Tu sabes las vibras. So right after yet another word for our wonderful, wonderful sponsors, you're going to hear our commercial. You're going to hear that song, and we're going to be right back. All right, that is your song of the week, again, sponsored by Greenlight Entertainment. And so I really thought about, hey, we're at the appetizer portion now. I really thought about, hey, man, what I wanted to listen, what I wanted to talk about as far as the appetizer, right? And so when I was really like, I was watching TV, and I thought to myself, man, here are some shows, especially on Netflix or different, I was watching Netflix or Hulu or one of those streaming apps, and I thought to myself, man, where is the reboot or the sequel of these things? And so today, your appetizer is top five movies that I think either need to have a sequel or they need to be rebooted altogether. And your appetizer is sponsored by Silk Hair by Sasha. And if you don't know about Silk Hair by Sasha, let me break it down to you. Silk Hair by Sasha is a Black-owned hair company that provides high quality Brazilian and Indian hair. They also carry bonnets, hair accessory, edge brushes, and they are constantly in every day, every week, every month. They are adding more and more products. All right. They also have a custom wig service, and as well as also they have the hair there, so you can get the hair from them. You don't have to look anywhere further. Get it from them. Okay. And so, hey, you want to reach out to them, you want to get with them, check them out, visit their website. Also, they're on all social media platforms. So you can go to silkhairbysasha.com, as well as find them on Instagram and Facebook. Silk Hair by Sasha. And tell them Big G sent you. Tell them the See.Plan.Do show sent you. All right. So that way they know what's up. All right. silkhairbysasha.com. So here are my top 5 movies, going from 5 to 1, that I think right now should be either rebooted, remade, or we should have a sequel from. Now, these are my thoughts in the moment that I had wrote this, right? It might be other ones, and whatever 5 yours is, I want you to comment below or on my social media pages. I love that you guys are engaging. Last episode was about introverts and extroverts, and you guys really chimed in, and I love that, man. Please keep it going, okay? Because as an extrovert, I get my power from you. I can feel your energy right now. All right. So if you have a problem with my list, just turn your locations off so we can handle this like adults. Okay. But let me know how you feel about my list. And also, when you tell me how you feel about my list, you better damn sure have your list. You better have your list up so we can analyze your damn list. All right. Now, number 5, and I'm going to break down my reasoning behind it. Okay. Number 5, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Hold up. How do we not have a reboot for that? Now I get especially when you really think as a kid, we watched that movie, they really got shrunk and they was going through those, the grass, and they had to deal with the animals and all those different things. That would be an amazing movie right now for kids to see, right? They can even have one where they're like on the internet, like where they get zapped into the internet or whatever. But we have Rick Moranis they don't have to have him as daddy. I mean, he got to have a cameo. Like, y'all can't have it and not have him as a cameo. But Honey, I Shrunk the Kids should definitely be rebooted, especially nowadays. Like, that would be a great movie to see. I'm already thinking like how that would look, very modern. Yeah. Yeah. That should be in there. So that's number 5. Number 4 on my list on top 5. And again, this is in a moment. I'll reflect and do a part 2 of this. Number 4 is Norbit. All right. Now, of course, I don't think they should reboot it. I think it's absolutely amazing. I think it's underrated and par, because if you talk to somebody and they're like, hey, how about Norbit? Like, people love it. But I still think that it doesn't even get as much like how awesome it was. So I don't even think it gets the credit, right? But I think, how can we have the first Norbit and we don't have no follow-up, no nothing? Like, what happened? Like, we know that Norbit wound up getting with the girl. What happened? And we know that, the sister and the brothers, they all wind up leaving, but they can come back. And that's in a lot of things. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Rasputia online on Instagram? On those different things? Like, this would be hilarious. Like, I want to see another Norbit. My favorite scene is when Norbit was jamming. He had his Mike's Hard Lemonade, or he had his cooler in his hand, and Rasputia hit him on the head with that speaker. Man, I still laugh out loud when I see that port. So, number 5, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Number 4, Norbit, right? Number 3 is He-Man. Now, here's what I'll say. Yes, I know you're going to say, hey, Gary, it's the reboot is already on Netflix. I get that. But how have we never seen my 80s babies? How have we never seen a He-Man movie like that? It's a superhero. Like, we saw Power Rangers. We saw the reboot for Power Rangers. How do we not get He-Man? In my mind, I can already imagine the trailer. Guys, executives that listen to the show, because I know you listen to my show. All you got to do, here it is right here. You don't even have to do too much. All you got to do is have it dark. The scene here, close your eyes, executives. Imagine all we see is the scene starts, it's dark. And then we see a flash of lightning shooting down. And all we hear is, I have the power. You don't even have to have anything else. If I go to the movies with my kids and I see that, I'm standing the up. You don't have to have anything else for us 80 babies. If I see a movie and I see a trailer and all I see is a flash of lightning, you ain't even got to give us the whole by the power of Grayskull. All you have to do is just simply say, I have the power. And then we see the sword. And then you could just put He-Man. And I promise you $1 billion right then and there. But you got to make it please don't play us. Executives, like, come on, guys. Like, we can all work together. I get it. That your function, that your focus is money. I get it. But please don't play us like that. Okay? Don't do us like that. Hook us up with a great cast. You ain't got to do too much. Just make it good. All right. That's number 3. All right. Number 2, Thundercats. I know there have been rumors. We kept seeing rumors online. Again, executives, close your eyes. Maybe I'm sort of cookie cutter with this. All you have to do, close your eyes again. Close your eyes, damn it. All we have to do is if I'm in the movie theater and it goes dark and all we see is the Sword of Omen with Lionel's eyes and it goes thunder, thunder, Thundercats. Ho! I'm there first day. I'm there first day. I don't need to, it doesn't, I ain't got to be there with my lady. I ain't got to be there with my homeboys. I ain't got to be there with the kids. I'm in there. All right. So please, 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 guys, don't do it. All right. We need that. Okay. These young kids, they don't know nothing about this. All right. So please, we need that. All right. Please. And number 1, I think that 80s, I think people in the 80s know what number 1 should be. I think you guys know. Number 1 should be Gremlins. There is no way that we shouldn't have gotten that story again. First of all, guys, can you imagine if they went like we had cute, we had a really, really cute, storyline. I mean, you can't imagine, my favorite character was the head gremlin when he was playing New York. What? And I love Frank Sinatra. So when they did that, we got to do that. Y'all got to run that back. All right. Get them in here. Okay. Gremlins. We need that again. You could even make it. It was already lit when we watched it. So you guys got to do that. Okay. We need a reboot or not now. Don't do a third one. But no, we need another one because Gremlins, everybody was watching that. And if you rebooted it right now, money on top of money. Executives, can I just be in the movie? Like, just have me doing a podcast and then one of the Gremlins come in. That's all I want. Please, guys, please. I know you're listening. I know you're probably taking this clip and you're in the boardroom and you're like, that handsome guy, he got it. Do it now. Greg, run the numbers. That's all I would need. All right. That's my top 5. You guys let me know how you felt about my list and then post your list because we ain't doing that. Don't troll my list and then you ain't got your list up because we're going to roast your damn list too. But I think my list was solid. All right. So let me know what you guys think about my Appetizer top five today. All right. That is your See.Plan.Do Appetizer of the week. All right, had to charge up the stuff. All right, okay, guys. So now let's get to our. We did our appetizers. Now let's get straight to our entree of the evening, season 4, episode 13. How to stay motivated, man. How to stay motivated. All right. And so our entree of the evening is sponsored by Lalone Clothing. Guess what? You can get shirts that are official merch of the show, as well as shirts and apparel that fits your vibe. All I ask you to do is you're listening to this right now and you're feeling this show, even if this is your first time, check on laloneclothing.com, buy a shirt, buy a sticker, buy a hat, whatever you want to get, just buy something. Okay. All right. LALONE clothing.com. That's Lalone Clothing, LALONE clothing.com. And so let's get right into that delicious entree, how to stay motivated. Season 4, episode 13. All right. So the first thing, let's just get into motivation. All right. Now, as a motivational speaker, as a coach, as just an optimist and and as well as an extrovert, I am pretty optimistic, right? I do have people at times call me just because they want the motivation. Now they have to replenish our relationship. They have to pour into this damn relationship. But I do have people that sort of need it when they get down because things can happen. And let me tell you something, guys. Motivation is amazing. You can get motivated by simply listening to this show right now. You can get motivated by looking at a painting on the wall or listening to a song or seeing your kids run or looking at a butterfly fly across a blade of grass. Anything can motivate you. But motivation is based upon your emotion and it's fleeting. And that's where we set ourselves up. So, how can you stay motivated, especially if you're rocking and rolling? All right. And guess what, guys? It's natural. It's natural for motivation to take a slight dip. And like I said, even somebody like me, sometimes motivation takes a slight dip. Some of my friends may tell you that, hey, I didn't even think that going through the process of being a podcaster. Sometimes after a while, you're like, you know what? Maybe I should just let this be the last season. It's not that far in the past that I said that. Maybe I should have made season 5 should be the last season. Move on to other things. Just say, hey, I've done it and keep going. Because sometimes you can take a dip in motivation, right? So don't feel like, oh, something's wrong with you, something's going on because you took a dip in motivation. It's just about, hey, how do I re-energize? It's sort of like if you're on a grill. Now, if you're on a grill like me all the time, when you see the coals going out, put more coals on the grill. Okay. If you see that dip, we need to pump it back up. Okay. So let's just break it down as I always do. All right. So as far as motivation, there are 2 types. Now you might not even know this. I didn't even know this until a while back. There are 2 types of motivation. You have extrinsic and intrinsic. I'm sorry, guys. All right. So the first one, when you're talking about the external factors, all right. So when we're talking about, the external factors, they are the influences, they're the influences outside of what's going on. And they can influence you to do certain things. Okay. So it may come from a need. So your exterior needs, your exterior motivation can come from, hey, I need money. Hey, I have to do this for my family. It's societal pressures. Okay. Whatever, family, whatever external factors can create that motivation, right? Now, that's good in the short term, but that ain't going to last long. Okay. Because eventually you're going to take that dip. And if it's not internal, then it's not going to last. So, as a life coach, some people were like, "You don't tell us what to do. I don't tell you what to do. I'm here to be an ally for you to do what you want to do. Now, if you want me to consult you, that's me telling you what to do. But the biggest thing about a consultant versus a coach is, hey, if I tell you what to do, you don't have to adopt that. But if I align with you and help you on the things that you say that you want, that is going to be intrinsic. So, intrinsic is going to be deep rooted change that comes from internally. Okay. And it's less changeable than external. All right. Your intrinsic motivation can come from your belief system. All right. The values you grew up with and events from your past. So those things can be internal. And guess what? A plant needs external factors to help it grow, but internally it starts from that seed. Okay. Now, how it grows, how big it grows, how well it does is going to be factored in by the external stuff. But inside is where the seed is. Okay. And that's you. So you have that external one and you have internal. Okay. So let's go over and I just jotted down 7, so that way you got it. That way you can get it right here. All right. So here are 7 ways for you to stay. How can you? This is answering the question, how to stay motivated. How can I stay motivated? Okay. How can I do this? Yeah. So how can I stay motivated? And so I know you already have your paper and your pen. All right. And so here's number 1. Remember your why. Why are you doing this? That is the biggest thing. Remember your why. Revisit this. Were you upset one day and this created that change? Go back to how you felt that day. All right. Write your goals down. Write that why. Why? What is the purpose of this change? All right. And again, we talked about the extrinsic, the outside, all right, or intrinsic. What is it? Why do you want to make this change? That is going to help you a lot if you can understand the why, as opposed to just doing it just to do it. Okay. That's number one. Remember your why. So I want you to jot that down. Number two, which is huge, give yourself credit. All right. Highlight your achievements. You know what? I don't really talk about a lot of achievements for this show. I'm coming up on the 100th episode. And guess what? I've already reached over 1,000 downloads, which means that over 1,000 times, there are people like amazing people like you that have either downloaded it, whether they listen to it, wherever they are, or they watched it. That's a lot of downloads for someone who's doing it themselves on the internet, on Al Gore's internet. And guess what? I haven't even talked about it till right now. So, hey, Gary, that's amazing that you've done over 1,000 downloads. Well, thank you very much, Gary. It's people like you to keep it going. Oh, well, thank you very much for that, Gary. All right. Highlight your achievements. Okay. You went 1 week with working out consistently. That's great. All right. Acknowledge it. Give yourself credit. You don't know how many times I say, hey, what do you give yourself credit for? Whether it's friends, clients, whatever. What do you give yourself credit for? And they struggle. Watch this. Right now, I want you to write down 10 things you like or / love about yourself. And in my experience, it's been a struggle for people to do that list. But give yourself some damn credit. I want you today, every day, every week, give yourself credit. Look in the mirror and say, I give myself credit for, and whatever that is. Now, I don't want you to get in the habit of taking too much time away from the task to focus on your celebration. So I don't want you to be celebrating 2 days that you've been working out, and now you're celebrating so much for those 2 days, that you forget to get back on task. Highlight your achievements. Okay. But take time. Take that time. Take that time to highlight your achievements. That's number 2. All right. Number 3, eating elephants. How can you eat an elephant? Don't know. One bite at a time. Sorry, guys. I know this is sort of a dad joke, but guess what? Eating elephants. Greatness does not come it doesn't come overnight. Okay. You being dope and amazing is happening right now. You are dope. You are amazing. But doing whatever, greatness takes time. Okay. No matter what you're doing, no matter who you think Beyonce or you think any rock and roll legend, they just picked up a guitar and that was it. No, it takes time to learn those dance moves. It takes time to learn those chords. It takes time to whatever you think is great. It takes time. All right. Break down those goals. If you have a goal, break it down one piece at a time that's digestible. And then guess what? You'll turn around and be like, damn, I ate the whole elephant. Yeah, you did. All right. Take your time. Break it down piece by piece, inch by inch. All right. Number 3 is switch up your routine. Sometimes we get really, really caught up in the mundaneness of our routine. Man, throw that in there, man. I'm thinking about people who meal prep. If you're eating chicken and broccoli every single day, I'm pretty sure that can, unless you really have that mindset, you might get really tired of doing that. Okay. But switch up your routine. Change something. Okay. Do it earlier. Do it later. All right. Challenge yourself. Come up with those those challenges for yourself. Michael Jordan, which I love, one of the greatest players of all time to me. He said that he would come up with thoughts in his head about the opponent and just be motivated by that. If he saw a news article that said, oh, this is the top player in the country, you know what he did? He said he put it up in his locker and kept looking at that article, and that was it. And Kobe did the same thing. When Kobe played against Michael Jordan when he was at the Wizards, Kobe, the Lakers lost. And Michael Jordan said something to Kobe like, hey, man, you can copy me, but you ain't going to beat me. And the story goes that he was upset for 2 weeks. And when they played them again, he had 42 points in the first half. Hey, that's internal, right? Because nobody heard that. We didn't hear that. They weren't mic'd up. So challenge yourself. Set some new goals in whatever the goals you're doing. Set sub goals, right? Read some books and look at videos that can keep that motivation going, encourage you, so that way you can learn and accomplish whatever that is. Okay. Because a lot of times we can just look at videos like, okay, well, I want to do this, I want to do that. Go look at videos that will inspire you, that will put those coals, that will put that wood in that fire. Okay. Number 5 on how to stay motivated, season 4, episode 13. All right. Have a positive support system. Go back and listen to one of the episodes entitled Tribe. You have to have an amazing support system. It doesn't have to be a whole classroom full of people. If you do that, if you have that, that's great. You could just have 1 or 2 soldiers that's with you in the good times, in the bad times, when you need a push. Surround yourself with positive, like-minded people that can hold you accountable, support you, motivate you, and be there with you. We need that. Okay. You don't have to have a lot of people. 1 person is enough. 2 people are enough. 3 people are enough. All right. It's not about you having a party. Because if I right now said, hey guys, I'm having a party, it's going to be people that never have watched this damn show. They will show up. It's people that have never, don't even know me. But if I promote enough and it's people that are like, oh, hey, I'm going to go to this party, don't even know who I am. But who's going to stay when it's time to clean up? Get yourself a quality support system. Okay. Doesn't have to be family if they're not available. But reach out to people. It's 7 billion people on the planet. It's surely a couple of people that can support you in what you're doing. All right. Number 6, as we're starting to wrap this up, visualize. All right. Visualize what the end result looks like. What does that look like to you? All right. Let me be transparent. My biggest goals right now are making sure that I have, financially getting myself to a better situation. Okay. Meeting the expectations that I have financially. And it's a process. My credit score is all the way up, which I'm very, very happy for. But I want to have more money in the bank. I want to have more stocks than I have now. I want to have a lot more things. Okay. So I have to visualize that, write it down. Sometimes we want to say, oh, we got it up here. We got it up here. And that's where it's going to stay. If you say, oh, I got all my goals in my mind, that's where it's going to stay. But I promise you, the second that you take a piece of paper and you write it down, what you're doing is you are unlocking subconsciously as well as consciously. You will start seeing it, manifesting it, and making it happen. I give you a 24-hour guarantee. If you write it down today, in 24 hours, I promise you, you will start working more on whatever this is. And guess what? We're adding more gas to the flame. Now it's a roaring flame. That's how you stay motivated. Visualize it. Get a vision board. You know what? I think I'm going to redrop my vision board event. Comment below if you want to see that vision board event popping off. And it was called motivational mapping. It wasn't even called vision board. We made a vision board. Sure, you're going to make one. But motivational mapping is really what it is. All right. So 6 is visualize. All right. Write it down, man. Make a vision board. Write it down. Put it someplace where you can see. Whether it's words, images, guess what? You want to lose weight? You want to look like a certain person? Plaster that person on your damn fridge. All right. Put them on the fridge. It ain't gonna be weird. If I want to look like The Rock, I'm gonna put The Rock on there. If I want to look like, anybody else, I'm gonna put them on there. But visualize what that looks like to you, so that way you can see it and be reminded. All right. And the last one here, See.Plan.Do show, season 4, episode 13, how to stay motivated, is give yourself a break. Now, when I say give yourself a break, I mean figuratively and literally. The first thing is, as I always say, be kind with yourself. Don't judge yourself too harsh because you're not hitting that goal in one day. You just started going back to the gym and you think that you're going to be, buff, or you think that you're going to shed 100 pounds because you just went to the gym 1 week. It's a process, guys. Take a break, but don't stop. You can take a break, but we ain't going to stop. Okay? all of in my reading, in my experience, even bodybuilders have a day where they rest. Okay. So you don't have to, you keep just going hard and gunning it every time and putting your pedal to the metal every day. Where's the break for you? Okay. That could look like a vacation. That could look like just saying, hey, I'm not going to do anything today. I'm just going to just chill and re energize my battery and go from there. Look at The Rock. Speaking of The Rock, Google The Rock's cheat day. Whew, Jesus. That man is wilding. No, he's not wilding because he puts in the work. But go look, when you get done this episode, go Google The Rock's cheat day and look at what he eats in one day. But he's earned it, right? And that's taking a break. You can give yourself a break. Okay. If you're working out every day, you can do active rest day. Okay. All right. One of my favorite fitness coaches, Candace Downs, guess what? She talks about active rest day. That doesn't mean that you could say, hey, you know what? I'm going to chill. But I like active rest days. Hey, I'm still going to do something, but maybe a half speed. Maybe instead of getting on the elliptical and, doing weights, maybe I'll just get on the elliptical. You can take a break, but don't stop. Okay? And also, when I say figuratively, be kind with yourself. I've talked about this time and time again. Don't compare yourself to other people, man. You don't know what they had to do. And comparison is the thief of joy. So you are comparing yourself to somebody who's been doing whatever it is that you want for years. And here you come thinking that, 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month of putting it together that you should be where they are. That's not even realistic. So be realistic with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. It is about nobody else. Your competition is nobody else. I know it's cliche. Your competition is who you were yesterday versus who you are today, and we're focusing on who you want to be tomorrow. I do not compare myself to other podcasters. All I know is that I'm lit. Okay? Now, when I can be inspired, I can look at other podcasters, I can see what they're doing and say, okay, I like that. But I focus on what I want to do, the goals I have for myself, the agreements I have for myself. I can't compare myself to anybody else because I don't know what they have to go through to get where they need to go. And I may not subscribe to that. Some of my friends, when they're single and they feel lonely, they're looking at other people. And I'm like, okay, well, sometimes my female friends, because I have a lot of women friends, and they may say, well, Garry, all the women that are wearing short dresses and they got their boobs out and they got their behinds out, they're getting all the attention. And I say, do you want that same attention? Do you want the attention that they're getting right now? Because I guarantee you that they may like it until you getting people tripping. So don't compare yourself to anybody else. You can be inspired by what somebody else is doing, but when you compare yourself, you are robbing yourself of the joy of what you are currently doing. And we can't control anybody else. The only thing we can control is what we think, what we say, and what we do. That's it, man. That's all we got in this world. What you think, what you say, and what the hell you do. I'm not worried about nobody else. Okay? So give yourself a break. As we wrap this up, let me go over them one more time. Number 1, remember your why. Number 2, give yourself credit. Number 3, eat those elephants one piece at a time. Number 4, switch up your routine. Number 5, support system. Get that tribe together. Number 6, visualize. And number 7, give yourself a break. All right, 1 step, 1 book read, 1 push-up, 1 step in the right direction is amazing. And keep going. And if you keep going, one day you'll look back and you'll realize, and you'll realize and recognize how far you've come. All right, that is the end of this amazing Power Pack podcast here on the See.Plan.Do show, season 4, episode 13. You can catch out each and every episode from start to finish by checking me out on the website, as well as checking out any of the episodes on any of your favorite streaming platforms. Hey guys, you want to be a guest on the show? You have some content you want to drop on us, whether it's your book, whether it's your services, your goods, anything like that. Hey man, come on, shoot me a line. Let me know what's going on. If you want to be a sponsor of the show, you see the ads it's going through, and trust and believe they're doing numbers. Okay. You want to be a sponsor to promote? You want me to drop a commercial on you? You want me to do that? Guess what? Reach out to me for those special sponsorship packages because guess what? They take care of themselves. All right. You have very like-minded people that listen and watch the show, and they will support you. Okay. All right. And until we see each other again, because we will see each other again. We always see each other, don't we? Don't we just bump into each other? Okay. Your favorite 6'8" life, your favorite 6'8" mindset coach will see you. You will see me, and I will see you. All right. Until we see each other again, until we talk again, because we're talking. I love the dialogues that we're getting. I love the dialogues from the recent episodes. And until we share those special, special moments again. Hey guys, always remember to see what you want to do, plan that thing out, and do it, man. Hey, see you next time. Same life coaching time, same mindset channel. Bye.